Welcome into another edition of ElectricTV, supplying information and entertainment about the electrical construction industry, powered by the NECA IBEW team. As always, I'm your host, Dominic Geritano, and thanks for making us part of your day. Electrical construction takes on many forms, and because each project is just as important as the last, here on ETV, we attempt to showcase them all. But when lives are at stake, the stakes are higher. It goes without saying that the installation of today's critical life safety systems in a hospital setting have to be completed by the best our industry has to offer. So when changes were needed to an aging hospital facility in Canton, Ohio, to increase capacity and elevate care, their first call was to the NECA IBEW team.
We're expanding our emergency department. It was sized for about 44,000 visits a year. We're currently seeing about 65,000 patients a year. Projections are it's going to probably go up to 70 or 80,000.
That's almost 200% of what this ER was originally designed to handle. The solution? Construction. A new waiting room that's 200% bigger than the current one. A radiology exam room right in the emergency room. 5-bed triage unit and 24 new exam rooms.
When it comes to our contractors, and you look at construction in a healthcare setting, it's unique. We have to coordinate shutdowns, and we have to be cognizant of dust and dirt and noise and vibration.
Today we're trying to pack medical gas systems, electrical systems, low voltage communication technology into a ceiling space that was never designed for it. A new building, you can design the structure to fit what you want to put in. In this case, you have to work around and deal with what you have.
Our list of subcontractors really in the hospital proper is a short one. There's not a lot of healthcare qualified contractors out there, in my opinion. Abbott's one of them. They bring a nice blend to the table.
One thing that Abbott Electric has that's unique, is that we have the voice and the data and some of the low voltage systems in-house. Most electrical contractors don't have that. They're relying on outside sources.
When someone's working on a fire alarm system, they have to carry a special license, if you will, to do that type of work. It's not just your typical conduit and wire pull, even some regards to grounding, things like that. There's a lot of specialties that these guys know.
The difference between life and death really can be the difference in the speed of the communications, within the facility. So, it's a great responsibility we take on. We welcome it. We're experts at it, and that's why we're hired, to do this job at Mercy Medical.
We're just in the beginning phases of roughing in the walls and getting the project moving in a constructive instead of a destructive path.
Mercy Medical is kind of special to me because I was born there. Not only was I born there, my mother went to nursing school there. Not only did she go to nursing school there, my father worked on the wiring, and he was one of the journeyman IBEW workers when they built the School of Nursing. 10 years ago, I remodeled the School of Nursing for the hospital. So it just kind of got a little bit of a family appeal there that really draws us.
It's important for the building trades to be part of the community and also part of building the hospital and the basis for it. They support the community, they support the hospital, and having skilled craftsmen that eventually may have to use that facility, knowing that the skills and the abilities of the people that put it together, they feel safe when they're going into these facilities.
That's the advantage of hiring a NECA contractor to do work in hospitals, because they're very well trained and they're courteous and they know how to handle that type of situation.
The jobs I have ran for Abbott, I was only as good as the guys under me, so I can't take all the credit when a job does come in well. As it goes from the top to the bottom, it's all about keeping that close-knit family and guys wanting to perform well for the company.
Well, growing up, I used to make fun of my dad for driving down the street and saying, I did that building, I worked on that building, and my son says the same thing to me now. Dad, why do you always have to tell me about that? Because it's what you do, it's in your blood, and you just love doing it.
One of the things we've committed to here, and I think I can say this very openly because it's the way we run our construction projects, is we have committed to union labor on all our trades. And in a healthcare setting, it makes a difference. It really does. They're trained, they're knowledgeable, and they've got the theory behind it. They weren't just taught by Uncle Charlie, more or less. So there's a big difference, big difference.
So, if you're a hospital or healthcare facility in need of any sort of construction services, from renovation to modernization, with offices and affiliated contractors and craftsmen from coast to coast, The NECA IBEW team is the choice for your electrical needs. As the Mercy Medical representative said, on jobs done by the NECA IBEW team, you can tell the difference. That'll do it for this edition. Do follow us on Twitter if you aren't doing so already. If you're a Facebook user, we're there too. Thanks for your time and attention to this story. If you liked it, send it to a friend or a colleague. For Electric TV, I'm Dominic Giarratano. See you next time.